Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and this video we're going to talk about the new episode of Star Wars Clone Wars. So in the last episode, not the one that came out yesterday, but the one before that, it ended with Sabine's sister telling Ahsoka that she needs her help to get Maul, to overthrow Maul, because Darth Maul is in control of Mandalore. So beautiful setup into the currently new episode. So pretty much, I love how this episode started. We get Star Wars, the Clone Wars symbol. We get the classic Star Wars theme song, not the Clone Wars version, but the classic Star Wars theme song, which was amazing. I like to take a pause saying the visuals throughout this episode was great, and it was a bit longer than the other episodes in the season so far, which I don't mind. So pretty much it starts out with Obi-Wan and his legion of clone troopers in a battle. They take cover. Anakin shows up with the 501st. Well, Anakin distracts the droids until he sees the leader. He slices the leader of this clone, this trooper battalion, or this droid battalion, shows up, and he pulls the force, uses the force to pull the guy leader to him and slices through the lightsaber. And then the 501st comes and annihilates this little battalion of droids. Obi-Wan's clones helps the 501st as well. And then Anakin and Obi-Wan gets pulled back to like the nearest ship command center, where they see Ahsoka, and Ahsoka, like, Anakin looks so surprised in a good way and lost for words, like, cause he haven't seen Ahsoka since when she was falsely accused of the explosion in season 5, and technically he hasn't really seen her since she walked away from the Order, rightfully so. And so pretty much, first he sees her in hologram, then moments later he sees her in person, and they tell her that they need help on Mandalore to overthrow Darth Maul. And I have a feeling they would have done that, but then Obi-Wan gets a transmission that Palpatine is in danger. He got kidnapped. So Anakin and Obi-Wan kind of rush in to save the Chancellor. So pretty much the events of Revenge of the Sith are playing for Anakin and Obi-Wan now, while Ahsoka and Captain Rex, who is now Commander Rex, goes free Mandalore. From Darth Maul. And here's the thing. When Ahsoka was on the board on this Republic ship, all the clone troopers were saluting her, giving her respect, and Ahsoka did not believe she deserved it one bit. But Anakin was telling her, loyalty is the most important thing among clones, and you show how loyal we've been to the clones, and they're going to show you right back. And then we see Captain Rex and some clone troopers with Ahsoka, like, with their helmets painted for Ahsoka's colors as a sign of high respect. And that was a really touching moment. And then right before Anakin leaves to go help Obi-Wan save Palpatine against Grievous, spoiler alert, they succeed. Anakin kills Count Dooku. Spoiler alert if you have not watched Revenge of the Sith. Anakin gives Ahsoka her lightsabers back, but he changed the crystals from green to blue, and it was great. And then it was great, like, seeing that final moment. Like, it was heartbreaking because we know that that was like the last moment Ahsoka gets to see her master up until, like, I think the next time she sees her master is on Korriban, on that Sith temple, when she's fighting him as Darth Vader. So this is like really touching moment, and it's sad because if you've seen Rebels, then you know the next time Ahsoka sees Anakin is when he's Vader, about to kill Ezra. And so Ahsoka and some clone troopers goes to Mandalore, trying to free Mandalore from Darth Maul's reign. So of course, Sabine's sister and some of the rebels, Mandalorian rebels, assist them. Ahsoka, Rex, and the clone troopers, in freeing Mandalore. And of course, there's going to be some people, Mandalorians that works with Darth Maul. And it turns out that pretty much it was a trap set by Maul for Obi-Wan. Sabine's sister tries to tell Ahsoka, but the communication is laggy. And by this time, Ahsoka is in the underground, so she can't hear Sabine's sister's warning. And I was like, said at some point in this episode, since they're really hyping Darth Maul up, especially since earlier in the episode, Obi-Wan said, "Oh, it's better to capture Darth Maul, because I killed Darth Maul once before and he does not stay dead." I feel like I was like saying, okay, at some point they're gonna show Darth Maul in this episode. I have a feeling it's gonna be like for 5 seconds. I didn't check the time, but I had a feeling it's gonna be for like 5 seconds. He showed up at the end for pretty much 5 seconds. It's like, really? And Darth Maul says, "I was expecting Kenobi." And it shows Darth Maul walking out of the shadows. And we see Darth Maul. Goes to end credits. So we have to wait an entire week before seeing what happens next, and I hate that. Right now I'm hating the wait so much. Because I want to see the Season of Mandalore so bad. It was hinted in Rebels. And I want to see it so bad. Like, because now things in the Clone Wars is taking place during the Revenge of the Sith in terms of timeline. Because at this point, while Ahsoka and Commander Rex is trying to free Mandalore, Anakin and Obi-Wan is going back to Coruscant to aid in the rescue of Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. Was that Anakin's and Obi-Wan's part takes place in the movies. In the movie in Revenge of the Sith. And like, holy crap, okay, like, shit is getting real right now. Like, now I wonder if we're going to see Order 66 happen. I mean, I already know that Mace Windu's line saying, "I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi." It's already going to be in there, in the Clone Wars. And that's a line, that's a scene from Revenge of the Sith. So, and there's that little Padawan in the hologram that we saw in the trailers. When May said that, is that young Kanan Jarrus? I don't know, maybe, but eek, this is like shit is getting real. The Siege of Mandalore is getting underway. This has to be like the best Clone Wars episode in this season so far. It was action packed. The story was good. The character development was good. I liked how excited and pleased Anakin was seeing Ahsoka, and I can tell that Ahsoka was happy to see Anakin too, but she was trying to save the whole hug and reuniting thing until later. Unfortunately, later for the whole hugs never came because the next time Ahsoka sees Anakin is when he's Darth Vader. But yeah, this episode has to be out of all the episodes that we've got so far, has to be the best Clone Wars, like episodes of season 7. I mean, I'm isolating this as season 7. Out of all the episodes that we got of season 7, this has to be the best episode so far. I'm mad how it ended because ended on a cliffhanger, and I have to wait an entire week just to see what happens next. Too bad was not this excited for the Clone Wars. I mean, not the Clone Wars, for the Rise of Skywalker. Because damn, I'm so excited to see what happens next. Especially since I know that Ahsoka and Rex ends up escaping, so making everybody think that they're dead. Because from what I've heard and what I've seen, like from Rebels and what I've heard outside of Rebels, Ahsoka becomes a victim of Order 66. At least the clones turn on her. She survives with the help of Rex. Rex getting that inhibitor chip out of his head. But she's a victim of her clones turning on her, not so much getting murdered, because she lives to the offense of Rebels, which takes place after Revenge of the Sith, which she ends up surviving the events of the original trilogy too, which her live, because how Rebels ended, she survived the end of the original trilogy, which it's clear that Lucasfilm is trying to milk Ahsoka as much as they can, which I think they should have had her die off sometime in the original trilogy timeline. But that's just me. I mean, I'm not saying that she can't fit into like a future Star Wars project, but I think just before risking ruining her character, I think they should have had her die off in the original trilogy era. But that's just me, and I'll make a video into how I feel about Ahsoka living after the original trilogy soon, promise. But this episode, I so loved. The visual, the story, the character development was great. And I'm mad we have to wait an entire week just to get to see what happens next. I'm mad. But what do you guys think of the new episode of Clone Wars? Do you like it? Do you dislike it or anything about it? And are you guys excited for the next week's episode? Leave a comment down below, and may the Force be with us all.